They call it one of the most scenic drives in the world, and we're about to show you why. We're taking our 45-foot motorhome from Banff through the heart of the Canadian Rockies, up the legendary Icefields Parkway, and into Jasper National Park. But is it really as magical as people make it out to be, even in a rig this size? Join us as we not only navigate our beautiful bus through these mountain roads, but also share with you everything about taking a giant Class A all the way through the Icefields Parkway. But first, if we haven't met before, we're the Shinpaughs. We're a family of 4 who travels full-time, so we can make memories now. If you're new here, we're taking this summer to travel through Canada and all the way up to Alaska. This video is one of our last checkpoints before we cross the Alaskan border. Let's hope things go as good as these views are supposed to be.
Here's the first pull off for the day. We're not even 2 minutes outside of our campground, and look how beautiful that is. That's a good start to the day.
What are we going through right now, babe?
This is the entrance to the Icefields Parkway.
And it actually has its own gated section, just like a national park.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't expect that. That's kind of cool.
Hello there. Yeah, thank you.
So we didn't realize that we were going to have to go through this, did we?
No, I thought we had already been through it.
Right. So is this because you're entering...
Another part of the national park.
So the Icefields Parkway is part of the national park system.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I'm super excited. We've been looking forward to this drive for months and months and months. And the more I research it, the more excited I get, because there's a lot of hype about this drive.
Yep, absolutely. Supposedly one of the most beautiful drives in the world.
Well, I can say just getting from Banff to the beginning of the parkway, I mean, that's world class in and of its own. So I don't know how it's going to get prettier, but I hope it does. Jason, could we have gone in that far right lane? Was it like an express lane that you could just get through quicker?
No, we actually drove into the national park here.
Okay.
The Icefields Parkway takes you up to Jasper. The one that we came through in Banff, you know, it had that express lane that you didn't have to check into.
Right.
That's because that's the interstate system. That road that goes through Banff that we just got off of is the interstate, if you will, here in Canada. So now we're actually back in the national park, and that's why we had to go through that booth.
Okay. We're about 15 minutes out from our first stop, and we're headed to Crowfoot Glacier Viewpoint. So let's enjoy some of the drive on the way there. Oh, he's a bear! Yay, a bear!
On your side, bro.
Yay! Our first animal on the Icefields Parkway. Sarah just had a great idea. We're gonna have a little bear counter. So that's bear number 1 as we go through.
That's amazing. Can you guys see that? The glacier?
Got the elevation.
We are at 6,450 feet.
6,450 feet. And what did you say? 49 degrees outside? So
Actually 40.
Oh, 40. Okay.
Actually.
Ooh, it's chilly.
Woo-hoo-hoo! It's cold.
Look at that. That is incredible.
This is a pretty amazing start to the Icefields Parkway. It's cool, it's crisp, we got our coffee in hand, and check out the view. We just saw a deer, so we're gonna add that to the wildlife counter. It's truly incredible what we've accomplished in the last 2 weeks. We were leaving Montana 2 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago today, headed to Glacier to stage for a few days, to cross the Canadian border. We've been to Waterton National Park, which was awesome, so easy to get around. And then we went to Calgary to get some work done on the bus and stock up. And then we got to spend the last 8 or 9 days in Banff. How cool is that? And I gotta tell you, Banff was full of awesome hikes and waterfalls. So if you want to see where we stayed and how we pulled that off and some of the most amazing scenery that that we've seen in quite a long time, check out that video if you want to get the full experience of Banff. Babe.
So this was a bad idea.
Yeah, now we're gonna have to unhook.
I see that. This was not the one that I marked.
Oh, we know.
I saw the buses down here, and I go, "Oh, we'll pull down here."
We told him
We'll just have to pull and unhook. I mean, it just is what it is. Sorry.
We're gonna unhook.
Yeah, I will. I can't make this turn unless there's somewhere back here they'll let me go, but I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so. It looked like it. Okay.
All right. Sorry.
Thank you all. Thank you for looking at me.
Hello, everybody. Hi. Yes, we don't fit.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, let's go.
We could make it. Yeah.
Make sure
Oh,
you
yeah.
get
We're
all the
for
people
sure. He
looking.
won't hear the end of it for quite some time.
We come from Germany. Can I take a photo from your house time?
Yeah.
We have never seen this.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
So, hey, listen, even though this isn't what we wanted, we're making some other people's day. They're totally enjoying seeing something they've never seen before. They're from another country too. So, RVs are so different in Europe versus here. The shape of them, the size of them. we're like celebrities. They're taking pictures of our stuff.
So we're kind of stuck like a duck in a truck right now.
Oops. Go see Mr. Tom while we're here. We can back in. And do you want to stay here for 15 minutes to go see the lake?
Sure.
Okay, we might as well. Oops.
So in case you were wondering, this parking lot really isn't Big Rick friendly. It's tour bus friendly, but if you get down here, just don't follow the tour buses every time, okay? Fortunately, we're like a pit crew and our friends are too. We unhooked quickly, but I mean, we're all jammed in here. Since we're here, we're gonna take a quick peek at the lake, but then we're gonna get out
get
so
out of
the
here.
tour buses can have their spots. I'm so thankful Jason made this mistake. First of all, we get to rub it in for a long, long time, so that's going to be fun. But secondly, I mean, look where we are. All right, we got to get back on the road. We want to give people back the parking space. And I think we're going to hook up when we get to the next overlook, which is in less than 5 miles. So we'll get to drive for a little bit and yeah, all's well. Let's check in on the conditions today. The roads are perfect. Smooth, paved, no concerns there at all. The weather is partly sunny, a few clouds, and it is amazing. It started out in the 40s this morning, and we kind of stayed in the 40s for a little bit because we climbed a couple thousand feet of elevation. But it is getting a little bit warmer. I think we can just do the sweater without a jacket for right now. We're supposed to be in the 60s for the day when we get to Jasper. And today's June 19th, so we're towards the end of June. So it's not balmy, and it's definitely not shorts and flip-flop weather, but it is a gorgeous day in the Canadian Rockies. Now, a lot of people ask us how we're able to afford to travel full-time. And the truth is, Jason and I are still working, and we just do life from the road. It's become a lifestyle. I'm a mortgage broker, so I help people buy and refinance homes. And Jason's a real estate broker, so he helps people buy and sell real estate. And we're licensed in almost all of the states. And where we're not, we've got some really great people we could refer you to. So what we'd like you to know is that if we could ever help you buy or sell a house, or if you need help with a loan, purchasing or refinancing a home, we'd love to do that. You can click the link in our description, get some time on our calendars, and we'd love to get to know you that way too. Oh my gosh, how did he do that? He's gonna hit it. I just don't even know. I can't watch. This pull-off was way too touristy for us, but it was worth the time. Let's get back on the road and see what else we can find. We're about to pull into our final destination for the day. We're going to overnight in the Columbia Icefield Parkway Visitor Center parking lot. There's a small fee, but no hookups. We want to go inside and see the Visitor Center and also check out the Glacier across the street.
We just made it to the Icefields Center and we are all starving. It is almost 2 o'clock and we have not had anything substantial to eat. So I am making us some leftover spaghetti, so I'm heating it up. But we do not have the generator turned on right now. So right now our stove is running off our solar. We just got solar put on and this is still something I'm trying to get used to. Just being able to come in, hit go, and start going without having to wait for the generator to come on. This is awesome. We have 1,800 watts of solar right now on our roof. And that solar is charging 300 amp hour, 24 volt, custom made Big Beard batteries. And that's what allows us to make this with no generator.
We've heard there's some pretty cool things to do here, so we're gonna go out and explore.
Inside the Visitor Center, you will find some informational displays, a free movie, and a gift shop. We buy patches everywhere we go, so we check that box almost immediately. There is also a hotel. We sat down and enjoyed the view from the lounge, and they invited us to stay for their happy hour. Don't worry, these are just slushies for the kids. There's also a ticket counter to buy tickets for the Ice Explorer and Ice Bridge experience. One thing we didn't do here is the Ice Explorer and Skywalk, which I called the Ice Bridge a little earlier. It was a little pricey to do that, and we figured since we have so many opportunities to get up and close with the glaciers this summer that this wasn't worth it to us right now. However, our friends chose to do it and they loved it, and it was well worth it to them. We're watching our next video on the big screen and making some final edits tonight. We're going to enjoy this amazing view and see you in the morning. We woke up to 30-degree temperatures and freezing rain, so we did not set out early on anything this morning. It is a little after noon. We drove across the street from the Adventure Center, and there's a trail. Is it called Toes in the Glacier? It's got those words in it. I'll get the real name here in a minute. We'll put it on the screen. But we basically can hike over the ridge. We were prepared for cold temps this summer, but I don't think anybody thought we'd see snowflakes in the middle of June. So we pulled out the winter gear that we had tucked under the bed. So why not? We're this close. We got to do it. It doesn't feel like it's in the 30s. It feels a little bit warmer than that right now. But that's because it's really still. The wind's not blowing. But if the wind does start blowing, coming down the mountain, it hits the glacier, it'll get really cold really quickly. Forget you're at elevation. All along the drive in and up the walk, there are these signs that tell you where the glacier used to be. So this says in 1992, the foot of the glacier ended right here.
This is pretty awesome, I gotta say. Even though we're far back from it, you cannot fully appreciate the magnitude of how big that glacier is. It's incredible. I'm really excited we stayed in the parking lot here last night. It was a great overnight. It's been raining all morning. It cleared up enough for us to come over and do this little walk. Now it's time to get home, pack up, and head to Jasper. All right, children, we've just pulled out of the parking lot. Over here on the right-hand side is where the parking lot was. We had a couple of glaciers up on the left, and we are going through a glacial valley right now. We have about 102 kilometers to Jasper, which is our next destination. At that destination, we're going to be pulling into a full hookup campsite so we can take long showers. Keep your hands on the wheel. Don't take your hands off the wheel. So let me tell you a little history about this place. Been around for a long time. Used to be covered with ice. Today it's covered with water and rocks. They were all below the ice.
Concrete, don't forget concrete.
But now we have a concrete jungle. Like that. We actually have a road, and the road goes north and south. And by the way, this is one of the prettiest roads we've ever been on. Today's cloudy and rainy, high of 47 degrees Fahrenheit, low of 31 degrees, possible snow in the future. For sure, snow above 6,000 feet. We're going to be cruising around 4,000, so we shouldn't have any snow. Could have some rain. You guys sit back, relax, take in the view. If you need anything, holler out to the old lady in the back. She'll bring you something to drink.
And so while we're driving, we thought we'd share with you some fun facts about the Icefields Parkway. It is also known as Highway 93 North, and it really is one of the most breathtaking and historically rich drives in the world. It's over 140 miles, and it goes between Lake Louise and Jasper. And so it cuts right through the heart of the Canadian Rockies. So, we've been to the Rockies in Colorado. We spent a lot of time there, and we've even been to the Continental Divide there. And that's basically where we are, only in Canada. So it says here that it's home to over 100 glaciers, and there's 100 visible glaciers, including the massive Columbia Icefield, which that's what we were across from at the Icefield Adventure Center. The Continental Divide is here, and that's near Bow Summit. There's Water flows in 3 directions from the mountains there, and they eventually goes to the Pacific Ocean, the Arctic Ocean, and the Hudson Bay, which ultimately ends up in the Atlantic Ocean. So think about that, right?
Crazy.
That's a long way for that water to travel. So it's a triple continental divide. And we were actually at Bow Lake yesterday. Oh yeah, that's where you had to unhook.
Oops. Moving right along to the rest of the details, please.
And it says that up here in the Canadian Rockies, you will find the oldest rocks in the Rockies. This path that we're on was built during the Depression. In 1931, it started as a public works project to help Canadians during the Great Depression, and it was built largely by unemployed men with pickaxes and shovels. And it finished 9 years later in 1940. I don't know, that's just unbelievable.
Well, I will say this. These roads are nice.
They are nice.
It is like, there's a little, bump here or there, but overall, this road is meticulous.
And it's not so curvy you're going to get sick or you have to speed up and slow down. It just keeps traffic moving really well. These roads and the construction of the Icefields Parkway was originally meant for tourism. It was never meant for heavy transport. And it was built to showcase the Rockies, which it does beautifully. And even today, large commercial trucks are limited.
I wonder if the limited access to the big trucks is what helps keep this road in good shape.
It's possible, because they get a lot of snow and ice in the winter. So it'd be really easy for these roads to be beat to pieces just from the expansion and contraction of weather. Although maybe it never really gets that warm in the summer. It certainly isn't very warm, and it's at the end of June right now. And then, the last thing that it says here, which they make note of this in lots of different places, is that this area was used by Indigenous people for lots of years before it's been turned into what it is today. The Canadians do a really nice job acknowledging the past, the present, and the future people who have used this area. So it's always nice when they do that. Now, as far as wildlife goes, we've only got 1 bear and 1 deer on the wildlife counter, right? And massive crows. I missed those.
They were massive.
So we're hopeful. What do we've got, about an hour of a drive today? So we're hopeful we can add to the wildlife counter, but for sure, it is a beautiful cloudy day. Some of you might be like, you can't see the top of the mountains, but you know what? Like there's just an equal beauty when it's cloudy and cold as it is when it is sunny and bright outside. So we're going to take in the beauty of today and let's just enjoy the rest of our ride. We've got flashing lights ahead here, so that means there's probably some sort of wildlife.
Oh, it's a moose. No, it's an elk.
Oh, elk. It's got the arrow butt. It's like a target butt.
But it has horns. Look at that.
Yeah, it's a
I haven't seen one like that yet.
It's a big one.
It's a big boy.
Hey guy, where's the rest of your pack?
Look, it's fuzzy.
Just throwing him in.
Oh yeah, his antlers are super fuzzy.
Since he hadn't dropped them, I guess
Or they're new. They're probably just growing in. Yeah. Cool. All right. 1 elk.
1 elk, 1 bear, 1 deer.
We're getting ready to pull in, babe. What's the name of this campground?
Whistlers.
Whistlers in Jasper. So we're just on the outside of the national park, right?
Yep.
All right, cool. And there is evidence of the fire from last year everywhere. I mean, literally on the bank here before we're going to turn in are charred trees. It's sad to see all of this, isn't it? While we're here, we're going to check out the town of Jasper. I hear it's cool. Everybody kind of says, Jasper and Banff, and everybody loves to come and go to the towns and hang out. So excited to do that. We're going to find some great hikes, but we just might settle in for a day or two with this colder weather and rest. It seems like a good thing to do with 40 degrees, clouds, and cold.
We're in 52A.
52A.
A. So, interestingly enough, I don't know if it was before the fire or whatever, you pay a fire permit.
Yeah.
So if you have a fire ring on your spot, pay a fire permit, and I think it's whatever it is, look and see whatever it was. Anyway, And that includes all the wood. They have a wood pile, so you have a wood.
Is that what you paid here, or this was just our charge for being here?
That was our charge for being here. Plus, we got back $60-some because Canada is lowering the price for all their parks this season. So here on the receipt, we got $63.78 back. So whatever our total was, this is Canadian. And the campfire permit is $13.75 a night. But if you were going to go buy wood, that's like 1 quart of wood.
Did you have to buy that?
You did.
Okay. So basically for $10 a night, we can have all the wood we want. We come down and get it.
It's right next to our campsite.
It's awesome.
You had to
I'm gonna be trade up with you guys. I thought being in Canada was gonna be like tight and small campgrounds and not nice things, but these are really nice.
Yeah.
Look at that dump station.
Yeah, they're lined
massive.
up. There's a lot of
But
people
we have
pooping.
full hookups.
Yes, we have full hookups, which is really nice. This will be the last official campground for the summer. We have no more travel plans booked.
Until we get back to Florida.
Yeah, yeah, till like November, and it's June 20th today. So, yeah, enjoy those hot showers, guys. Those really long hot showers.
I'm actually going to shave my legs just
my
because I
word.
can. Okay, where are we going? 52?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
hey.
so it's not 53. We're going to go
It'll
to
be
52.
the next section.
Look for Tommy.
52, literally 52A.
So are we like right there?
I think we run it right into it.
Is that A?
Yeah, this
Hey.
is 2A.
52A.
That's
How about that?
It doesn't look long enough, but
I think I'll be able to squeeze us in here. What do you say?
I think we're just going to squeeze in tip to tip. Put the brakes on. You can't hang out over there. I think you're hanging out. This campground was really easy to get into with our big motorhome, and we actually just pulled right through into our site. We're excited to go explore and build a fire. First of all, pulling in is very nice. It's paved, it's wide, and you actually turn left with your big vehicles, so it's very big rig friendly. Sadly, you're going to see all kinds of burnt trees around, and that's from the fires last year, almost 1 year ago. And so, you know, it's kind of smart because part of the cleanup, I think, is that they're just milling it and sticking it in piles throughout the campground. And then, you know, we get to burn it, and it's a win-win. Over here on the right is the dump station. So it looks like you can just pass through and come and dump. Let's see, where do we want to go first? You want to go check out the cabins? Okay. Our spot's full hookup, and it's 50 amp, which is really nice because in Banff, we had full hookup, but it was 30 amp. If you have a big rig and you got a lot of air conditioners or whatever, that's important to know. And really, I don't think there's a bad view in the house. It's really nice because they have a place for everyone here. There's even a section tucked over in the back for tent campers. But here they have all these little cabins you can rent, and I'm sure they're all brand new. It's pretty impressive. There's a tremendous amount of spots here. This campground is huge. Jason and I both were talking about this the other day. We were just so surprised at how big it is. We did a walk through the campground. We did a couple miles easily. And there's actually little trails that go through the campground. Again, when the trees were here, that probably felt a little more special, but we did follow it, and it wove us through the campground in a way that we couldn't on the road. Yeah, I'll have Willis pop up on the screen how many spots are in here, but I have to guess there's hundreds. And we're here towards the end of June, and there have been vacancies the whole time. So I don't know what it's like. I know we worked really hard to get in here with the lottery back in January. They have bathhouses everywhere, and they're brand new, again, because of the fire, and they do have showers in them, so it's a full service bathhouse. There are also sinks on the outside for people who want to wash their dishes there. Our spot's pretty straightforward. We have a pull-through spot, and it's all gravel. So you've got enough space for the bus and the truck. So we have a 45-foot bus, and we have a full-size pickup truck, and we fit barely, but we fit perfectly. And then there's room on the side for a picnic table and the fire pit. And then we have all of the utilities behind the bus. with lots of natural vegetation all around us. So let's go explore some things to do around here.
One of the things we had to figure out is how are we going to get packages. Obviously in the US we use Amazon all the time, and they go to different campgrounds and stuff as we're moving around. But here they don't have Amazon as we know it in the US. And one of the things that we really wanted was a screen tent because the mosquitoes are so bad and the weather has been really cool and rainy. And I finally figured out a way to order ahead, and we are on our way to the post office with general delivery. And hopefully our screen tent is there because we're supposed to leave Jasper tomorrow. They say it's on the truck, so we'll see. It's Pure Later. She said it's general.
Oh, yeah, it's Metro Pharmacy.
Okay, so where is that?
Underneath the Earth.
Underneath where? I'm sorry.
Earth.
Earl's?
Yeah, restaurant.
Okay.
Corner of the next street.
Oh, so it's just right here on the.
Next street.
Perfect. Thank you. Okay, thank you. Hi there. I need to pick up a package, general delivery. I guess I'm in the right place now. It'll be a big package.
Do you have the tracking number, sir? Maybe
I do.
with them. Yeah. If they didn't.
They haven't been here yet?
Yeah.
It's not here yet.
How long until it is?
I don't know. They said sometimes they do the houses first and other times they do the post office first, but it's not the post office, it's general delivery at the drugstore. So they do Amazon here, but Pure Later is a third-party delivery system that brings the packages. So it is on the truck. It is confirmed. It will be here at some point today. And the lady was super nice. She said she'll call me when it gets here, which was awesome. All right, they called and said they got the package. Let's hope it's in here. I'm grabbing a package.
Page 2?
Yeah.
Are you going
Sorry.
to pay, sir?
Oh, we're with them.
Yeah,
Okay.
they don't have any money.
Ah, okay. No one.
Thank you.
Yeah, they don't have any money. They need a job. Y'all hiring? they could do something. I don't know what they could do in here. This is cute.
I know. Good. Your finger probably just pushed it up. Is it heavy? Use them like. Watch the. Okay.
Did I get it?
Almost.
I didn't watch anything.
No, I could tell. Be careful. Oh, we got it.
This is a lot bigger than I thought it would be. All right, we figured out how to get packages in Canada. Now we got to figure out how to get them to fit in the truck.
End of the zippy pouch. Jason, hold it out. And you're at the end of the zippy pouch.
Oh my gosh, my bag just popped.
There you go.
That's smart. Why is it? Oh, there we go. Got it?
Don't get it spilled and dirty.
Yeah, I did.
Can you pull that on up?
Go up with it.
Oh yeah, she's the real.
Does Tom have one?
Tom's is not this long.
I broke my nail doing that.
There we go, bro. Let's go. Yes.
The first time, Ollie.
We did not just do that.
You did, bro. Good job. You can see here in town, there's only 2 gas stations right now, and they're both small. We're at Petro-Canada, and every time I've been by here, there's been people trying to get in here and out with their rigs and everything like that. So my suggestion is make sure you have enough fuel to get all the way through Banff and Jasper. If you're heading north and get on up to Hinton, there's a Petro Pass, which is a truck stop. It's about 40 more miles up the road. So make sure you plan accordingly so you don't have to deal with this, especially if you have a big rig. The way that we're going, we filled up in Calgary. We had enough fuel to get through Banff, through Jasper, up to Hinton or Grand Prairie. I don't know what size fuel tank you have, but if you can help it, plan to not have to get fuel here in Jasper if you have a larger rig, because these pumps are tight. I've been here multiple times watching people put fuel in, and they've been lined up out the street and around the way, and it's tough to get in and out of here.
We just got to the trailhead and Dad got some Canadian snack. Dad, what'd you get?
I got cheesies. They are the Canadian version of Cheetos. So we're gonna give them a whirl. I've seen them in every store we've been in, and we haven't had chips in several weeks. So it looked like I mugged the chip store, the grocery store. So let's give them a whirl.
What do you think?
7 out of 10.
I don't know. When's the last time you had a Cheetos anyhow?
Me?
Uh-huh.
I don't know. It's been a while, but I know that ain't my Cheetos.
I like them because they're crunchy.
We really should go get on our hike though and not sit here and eat chips. That's an after the hike reward. All right, we are at Beauty Creek and Stanley Falls. We drove about an hour from the campground to do this hike, and it's beautiful. The clouds are burning off a little bit. It's much sunnier than yesterday, and we're heading back towards the Icefields Parkway side of town. And actually it's nice because you don't have all the burnt trees to look at. So it's gorgeous here. We're gonna go stretch the legs for a couple miles. Let's go see how this compares to everything we did at Banff last week. The really nice thing about the national parks here in Canada is that you can bring your dogs on the hike. Norman's really good off leash with an electric collar, but there's a lot of extra bear activity this year because of the wildfires from last year. The bears are not able to forage where they normally would, so the park system has actually closed some of the trails. So the ones that are open, you just gotta be extra careful. So we have Norman on a little retractable leash, and we are all carrying bear spray. So I gotta just figure out where I'm gonna hook it. But it is nice to be able to bring your four-legged friend on a hike. But definitely, if you're coming this year, summer 2025, in this part, you're gonna wanna be extra careful. This may be my favorite hike in a very long time. Every time I come around the corner and see a new fall, it's prettier than the one before. Look how amazing that is. The water is just spectacular. It's so clear and blue. We'll end up somewhere around 2.5 miles on this trail. We're gonna grab a little picnic lunch, and then we've got one more in store before we head home. More bears. Do we get extra points for the cubs?
Oh, he's coming this way.
Should we keep a cub counter as long as...
No, just bear.
Oh, you see the little baby bears?
To close out our time in Jasper, we had to experience some of the local Indian food. We've been smelling it every time we walk downtown. It was great, and with our stomachs full, we headed back to camp for one last fire. As you can tell, we're walking through the forest and one of the trails that was clearly on fire last year. I would say to you, Jasper is stunning. Don't change your plans, still come. There are definitely parts of it that look like this. And it's just a great reminder that this can happen anywhere, anytime. But there are so many parts that are unscathed and are gorgeous. And so, like I said, still come. It's well worth it. It's absolutely beautiful.
One of the other things that I've noticed is this town is extremely appreciative of us coming and the tourists like supporting it. It's a tourist town. That's it. That's what's here is tourism. And I've had several of them say to me while I was in town, thank you for being here. Thank you for still coming, because a lot of people are canceling their plans and not coming. Keep it on your list if it's on there.
And so bright and early the next morning, we hit the road, leaving Jasper with the end destination for the day being Grand Prairie, which will be at least a 5-hour drive for us. Now, we thought that as soon as we crossed into Canada, we would be roughing it. But guess what? We haven't even had the thought cross our mind yet. We didn't expect all of the infrastructure in Grand Prairie. It had every store we could imagine. While in Grand Prairie, we made a Costco run. We shopped around for a bit and then waited in a good-sized line for checkout. The prices were reasonable. One last Costco run. After that, we made our way to the Petro Pass, where our EFS card gets us access to the trucker nozzle so we fill up faster. You can check out the link in the description to get yours. And don't forget, we have a Patreon community for behind-the-scenes footage of our travels. We'd love to see you there and get to know you better. I hope you enjoyed the Icefields Parkway. Go grab someone you love, make a memory now, and we'll see you on the next adventure.